We are live. All good?
All good.
Nick, how are you?
Good, Jeff. How are you?
Cold Sunday as usual.
Yeah. Back here in the CNY Hoop Talk in the 315. Ready to talk about some things that happened last week.
We hope you guys are staying warm out there. We'll jump into should we go Tyler first? Since he's waiting.
Let's talk about what happened, and then we'll talk to Tyler. We'll bring Tyler in.
Got it. We'll go over some scores from last week. Starting from Thursday on the girls' side. We'll go to close games. Let's see. Chittenden over Syracuse West on the girls' side, 49-45.
Mm-hmm.
Bishop Grimes over Phoenix, 55-38. You did that game. You called that game, right?
Yep.
Marcellus put up 90 against APW.
Wow, that's a lot of points.
For girls' side, 90-29. Tully over Fabius Pompey, 46-28. Weedsport over Lafayette, 53-32. South Jeff over Watertown, 63-41. You want to talk about what or South Jeff's
Yeah,
star?
I mean, as far as the girls go, the past three, the Thursday through Saturday, not many upsets there. But one thing we do want to shout out is Jackie Pittick from South Jeff. Even though it was in a losing effort, she scored 17 points against Maine Endwell. The Marist College recruit passed Brianna Stewart as the all-time leading scorer. So actually, we have to check and see
about that.
Emily Durr's total from Utica Notre Dame and see if Jackie is the all-time leading scorer or if she still has to catch Emily. But still, Jackie passed Brianna Stewart, and we all know how well Brianna Stewart's career has turned out. And Jackie Pittick now has 2,000, over 2,300 points. So shout out to Jackie.
She's a baller.
Yep. On the men's side of things, some things I just wanted to point out is like on Friday night, CNS had a big win over Fayetteville Manlius. Jamesville DeWitt had a big win over Cortland. Jamesville DeWitt has been hot the last month or so. They started off slow, and now they're right at the top of the A division.
Rolling.
Yeah. And I know Tyler doesn't want to hear this, but we're going to talk to him about it. Sackets Harbor lost a tough one to Belleville Henderson, 65-63. They have split with Belleville Henderson on the season, so that was a close game. We'll talk to Tyler about that.
Got a feeling they're going to meet again too.
Yeah. So that was pretty much it on the for the boys' side. It just it just more and more I'm starting to realize that these games are about matchups because I was there when Fayetteville Manlius went to CBA and beat CBA on their home court in overtime. And then Fayetteville Manlius comes back the next week and loses two games, one to CNS and the other to West Genesee pretty convincingly. So I thought FM was looking really good, playing really well, and then they run into two losses there. So I think it really comes down to matchups, and it's going to be very interesting come sectional time.
What I'll make it. And then we'll go Friday to the girls one. I forgot about a upset too. Utica Proctor beat Rome Free girls 48-47.
Yeah.
That's an upset for them. Rome Free's state ranked. That's pretty much it for the big games for upsets.
And those state rankings, don't get me started on those. That's a whole nother thing. I mean,
people just write names down.
The last time the rankings came out, Skinny Atlas wasn't ranked, and they're at the top of the B division. And then they had other teams that were ranked; they were below them. So I don't know about the state rankings. So, but anyways, we got Tyler Green from Sackets Harbor, who's getting ready to join us now. Tyler, can you hear us?
We're gonna bring him in right now.
I can hear you guys. Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
we
sir.
can.
All right. Thank you guys for having me.
Hey, thank you for taking time out of your schedule and being with us tonight.
Yeah, of course.
So, Tyler, let me just start out. What is it about Belleville Henderson that you guys you split with them this season? Is it two very close games? Is it just a matchup thing where you guys always play tough games with them?
Yeah, they're a really tough team, and we're a young team. Belleville Henderson has a great group of guys, and their atmosphere for Friday night was incredible. And after the game, coach and I were talking to all the younger guys, and it's the first time we've played in that type of atmosphere in like 6 or 7 years, and to play in something like that is tough when you're young. But they're a great team, and we couldn't play defense down the stretch, and shots didn't fall, and they ultimately came out and hit the shots that needed to hit, and it was a tough game.
Yeah. So as being a leader on that team, leading the younger guys, what type of responsibility do you take trying to bring them through some of the things they are experiencing for the first time, things that you've been through? How do you, what have you been doing to try to help the young guys?
I just reminded him things, echoing everything that coach says on the court that normally he won't be able to say on the sideline is the biggest thing. And being young like they are, I was in their shoes at one point, being that freshman starter, and just reassuring them that while you're doing this now, it's going to benefit you in the future for when you get to where I am my senior year, and you're playing at the level that coach expects you to, and the Sackets Harbor legacy that we have here. And I just try and keep the guys focused every day in practice, and we always tell them that it matters more in practice than what happens in the game, because your practices are going to be the outcomes of what your game are going to be. And just making sure they're doing what they're doing on and off the court is my biggest piece in keeping the team where it should be.
Yeah, and I know Jeff's gonna hop in here in a minute. I just one thing I want to ask too. You've scored a lot of points in your career. You've put up some big numbers at Sackets Harbor. What in your opinion? Give me a scouting report on you. What do you bring to the table when it comes to the game for Sackets Harbor?
I try and do everything that I can and playing my role for the team. Especially losing a lot last year, I had to step up this year specifically. But my biggest aspect right now is just shooting the ball and bringing attention to myself, so that the other guys can get the ball when the teams are boxing one on me or diamond two or whatever.
Sure.
And so I try and bring everything I can, but my biggest thing that I pride on is my defense. And that's really the biggest thing I want to pride on for the rest of the season, is bringing that defensive effort, because we preach, defense brings into your offense. But I try and bring everything I can. I'm not the biggest athlete. I'm not the big 6'6", 195-pound, stud, but I just try and do my role and make sure that, what needs to be done is done. And I hope, I've done that for coach, and hope I can do that for the rest of the season for him.
Yeah.
Let me just say, you sound like a very intelligent senior ahead of your years.
Thank you.
That. Just looking at your stats the last 3 years, was 2019 you were a 10th grader, and that was your first year of varsity?
So my freshman year, I think the
2018,
2019 season, my freshman year was my first season.
And then
and that was a good year. I just came in, played my role for coach, and that was my first year.
How did your freshman year go playing varsity?
It was a great experience. It was kind of a lull for Sackets. We had like a 6-14 year, but it was a great experience for me to learn what it meant to play at the varsity level, because I never got the chance to play at the modified level and get that experience going up through the program. And going straight to varsity as a freshman is tough. It's a tough transition, even at the Class D level, from going JV to varsity. So it was a good year. A lot of developmental stuff, but it helped us out in sophomore year, and it's looked like it's helped out for the coming years.
Yeah, your numbers have been eye-popping. So 2019 to 2020, average 18.3 points a game. 2020, 21, 18.9. And then this year, you're up to 26.4. What would you say from the jump from year to year? Was it your off-season work or taking more of a load on as a leader on the team?
Yeah, definitely off-season work. It helps, my dad being a JV coach and working at school, I can get in the gym as much as I can. And That was the biggest thing in the offseason. And this past offseason, I got a chance to play in the AU circuit with City Rocks for Coach Stern's 17U team. And that was really a great developmental period for me to understand that, there's so much more talent out there than just the Frontier League and the section, and what I had to do to adapt to it so that I could play at the college level. And it was a great experience, and I'm truly grateful I got the opportunity to do it. And it really helped my game immensely that I could bring it back to the Frontier League and really dominate in the league.
On that, did you guys do? You guys were in the hoop group division, right? Because I did 15s EYBL for City Rocks. Did you guys do more hoop group in a hoop group league in Pennsylvania?
Yeah. So we it was the 17U
Orange
with Coach Stern for in Syracuse. We practiced at the Boys and Girls Club, and we got to go to. We got to go to Spooky Nuke, which was a great experience. And the Mansfield tournament was a great experience as well. But yeah, we got a great opportunity to go all over New York and get some tournaments in. So that was great.
What are your plans for next year? Did you decide?
Really, right now, I'm still waiting to see which college I'm trying to decide on. I know I want to go to a 4-year for sports management or business management. And my parents are starting to instill in me a little bit of maybe going into education as well. So right now I'm kind of just letting the season ride itself out and see what I can figure out, balancing academics and athletics for my future.
Yeah. So Tyler, give us the experience of what a big basketball game on a Friday night is like in Sackets Harbor.
It's a great experience. Being a small town and being a small community, it's great that we get the experience to bring in all these fans that just love and support our program. And this Friday it's going to be a big one, our senior night, and we're just excited that we get to chance to play, with COVID and everything.
Yeah.
And it's a great atmosphere. We're getting back to packing the stands the way it used to be in our state title runs and sectional runs, and it's just a great experience for the high school level, for all these kids and all these young guys that we have. And I'm excited for this last week of regular season games, and I'm looking forward to the playoffs and what the rest of the season holds for us.
So how many seniors do you have on the team?
So we got 4 seniors, 2, including myself, that are returning from last season that started, and the other 2 actually first-year varsity players that are doing great for us. And other than that, we got 6 underclassmen. So we're a very, very young team. 2 of our starters are freshmen. We got a sophomore starter as well. And yeah, it's great. The seniors are doing great. I love being with those guys in practice and helping lead the younger guys with them. And it's just a great family that we got here.
Shout out the other seniors for us.
So Thomas Lynn, our center, great player. Love him to death. Can be total goofball sometimes, but he's great. David and Daniel are 2 first years for us are doing great. David Lanovitz, who's actually, I think, our only lefty on the team, and Dana Rogers, who's also another center for us. They do great. I give them a bunch of credit because David and Daniel don't get in games much, but they bring such an intensity in practice that help us during games, and especially with some of the blowout games we've had, we've gotten a chance to get them in and reward them for the stuff they've done for us in practice. And Thomas is doing great, great body for us, amazing rebounder, works hard. So I love all those seniors, and I love being on the team with them and working hard with them.
That's great. Now you guys only have 1 loss this year, but to win the Class D final, you're going to have to go through Hamilton. They haven't lost yet. But what are some of the other teams that you expect to be there towards the, what are the teams you're going to have to battle through to get to the final?
There's going to be a lot of tough teams, and we take it one step at a time, and we're going to focus on regular season. But when we get to that point, Bella Henderson is, again, an amazing team. It was a tough loss on Friday to a great team. And Hamilton, of course, the undefeated. And Coach Blackford's amazing. He's an amazing coach, done this for 30 years, and he's got the experience, which helps him. And, it's going to be tough come sectional time, not being in sectionals for the past 5 or so years. And, I think it's going to be tough even with some of the teams in the Frontier League. Copenhagen, I feel, is going to be maybe a little bit of a sleeper to some people's eye because, they're foreshadowed by us and Bella Henderson. And they're a very tough team. And Coach Spalding makes them work hard. And they're going to be a tough team to face. And, DeRider has always been a great team. They're known for their sectional runs and their sectional titles.
Yeah, Gavin Richardson. Yeah.
And Oriskany in the past we've had to face in sectionals, who is really tough. We actually, my sophomore year, we lost to them in an overtime game in the first round of sectionals, and they always bring a great program. And there's so many teams. There's so many teams in the section that can just come out and just take people for shock because it's a sports. You never know what happens. You could be the last seed in the table and you could be the section champion. So it's going to be a tough section this year, and we're excited to get in and work hard and see what we can do with this young group we got.
Yeah. Any given night, right?
Yeah, any given night.
Yeah. So Tyler, you've had an incredible high school career. We want to congratulate you on that. And one thing I just want to remind you, coming into sectionals, enjoy it. This is what it's all about, right? I mean, this is having fun with the kids that you grew up with, and you're, representing the town you grew up in. So enjoy it, have fun, and the chips fall where they may.
Enjoy senior night too.
Yeah. Yeah. Congratulations in advance on senior night. Enjoy that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to hang out with us tonight. We enjoyed talking to you, and we're going to be.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to be.
Love this.
Let us know where you decide to end up going. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Thank you so much, Tyler.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, he's a great young man. You could just tell. I mean, he's just got a good head on his shoulders.
Speaks well of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, nice to talk to him. I look forward to seeing him sectional time. Tyler Green from Sackets Harbor joined us tonight on CNY Hoop Talk on the 315. We continue to bring you some great guests week after week, and we're going to continue to do so. We got Luke Paragon from CNS that's going to join us shortly here at 6:30. But in the meantime, Jeff, what else we got coming up? What do we got coming up this week as far as
we'll go over Monday's matchups.
See if there's anything that sticks out here.
For the girls, I'll go over the girls from my side. Bishop Kearney out of Section 5 in Rochester, who's been a powerhouse the last 6 years. They're coming to Bishop Ludden tomorrow night at 6:30.
Okay.
Port Byron at Moravia is a little crosstown action 2 out of Section 4. Marcellus at Skaneateles probably should be a good one for the girls too. ESM at JD, Tully APW, Lime Copenhagen. For Mondays, what we got on the boys' side?
For Monday on the boys' side, let's see. Anything interesting here? I mean, Hamilton takes their undefeated record to Remsen. You got Cooperstown taking on Mount Markham. Dolgeville's going to West Canada Valley. Utica Academy of Science is going to Clinton.
While we're on that, that's where I'm going tomorrow night, West Canada Valley and Dolgeville. It's their senior night.
Okay. So you're going to see
Coach Dave Smith. I'm going to be there to watch Will. Yeah, we talked about it last week. Tell him I would get out there.
You're going to go watch the Fresh Prince of
West Canada
Valley, Will Smith.
He does. I'm going to have my video camera out for
him. What else I want to point out about Will Smith is he's putting up these huge numbers like 40, 50, and it's without threes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these are 2-point baskets. So that's a lot of those are a lot of field goals to get to that many points.
I asked the coach the other day, does he hit threes? And he messaged me after the game, said he hit 2 in a row for the
Oh, did
first
it?
time in a while. Coach Dave Smith, I will see you tomorrow, and then hopefully get a little conversation in with Will.
Yeah, sounds good.
That's
I
not
know.
going to be an easy game for them either, he said.
Yeah.
Dowsville's, they're tough too.
I know on the boys' side, CBA has a tough week coming up. First of all, they're without Dan Anderson for he missed the game Friday night against ITC, and he's going to miss all this week coming up as well. He had his tonsils out.
Oh, man. That's
So,
the worst time.
Yeah, well, you know,
He wanted to do it now instead of lacrosse season.
lacrosse is actually, you know, we forget about that. He's so good
Yeah.
in football and basketball that lacrosse is actually his main sport. So, yeah, he wanted to get it over with before lacrosse.
University of Denver, right?
Yeah. But CBA's got West Hill coming in to their place on Tuesday. They have Bishop Ludden coming in on Friday, and then Albany Academy on Saturday. So CBA has 3 tough home games coming up this week without Dan Anderson.
I got a big week done.
Yeah, West Hill's been playing great ball on the boys' side and the girls' side.
Tuesday.
Liverpool at CNS Tuesday night at 6:30. That's got to be the game of the week on the AA side.
Try to get to that one.
Yeah, Liverpool at CNS. CNS again. It's one of those teams that started off kind of slow, and I know we're going to talk to Luke pretty soon. They started off kind of slow, but they have gotten hot at the right time. And again, they beat FM the other night, and they got Liverpool on Tuesday, and they're right in the thick of things. They're, I think they're 11-5. Yeah, 11-5 now, CNS. So they're right up there with, West Genesee and Liverpool are at the top. CBA's right there as well, but CNS and FM are right there. So CNS is all of a sudden come out of nowhere and is 11-5, and they're going to be giving people fits come sectional time. So it's going to be fun coming down the stretch.
I went to the game when CNS was at Liverpool. Liverpool was up at halftime. I want to say they were 6 for 9 shooting or 3-pointers.
CNS was up or Liverpool was up?
CNS was up at Liverpool.
Okay.
I wonder if that's their senior night too. We got to ask Luke.
Yeah.
Tuesday's a loaded schedule, like you said.
Yeah. What do you got on the girls' side?
For Tuesday.
Packed
schedule too. Let's see if there's anything.
Can I just mention on the girls' side of things too? Auburn has been on fire. I mean, they've won I want to say
11 in a row or 9?
10 or 11 in a row. Yeah. The Auburn Maroons on the girls' side have been red hot.
Leo was supposed to come on today, but Thursday or Sunday, Leah Middleton will be on too, she said.
Yeah, Leah Middleton's been having a great season for Auburn, and they are red hot on the girls' side of things.
They're rolling. They got Cortland's at Auburn Tuesday. Liverpool at CNS for the girls too. Fulton at Central Square. Baldwinsville and West Jenny will probably be a battle. Who else we got up north? West Canada Valley Dodgeville Tuesday too. Hamilton and Arinsky girls. Westmoreland at Waterville. Indian River and General Brown will probably be a good game. Carthage at South Jeff Tuesday for the girls.
Okay.
Go to Wednesday. Wednesday for the boys. Is it quiet? It's quiet for the girls.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet on Wednesday.
Utica Proctor at FM Wednesday for the girls should be a good one. JD at Bishop Grimes Wednesday also for the girls.
Yeah, that should be a good game.
Boys, anything?
On Wednesday, no, not much. I mean, West Canada Valley's got Adirondack. Belleville Henderson has Copenhagen. That should be a good game. Sackets Harbor, we just talked to Tyler. They have Alexandria on Wednesday.
We'll go into Thursday. Bishop Ludden, girls at SAS. Salve at Mexico. Tully and Lafayette, a little around the corner match. Lafayette girls are doing well this year too. Fulton Onondaga, Cato and Port Byron. Liverpool at FM. South Louis at Beaver River. Wednesday and Thursday kind of quiet days.
Yeah, and Thursday for the boys' side of things, there's a good game. Liverpool's at FM on Thursday, so that'll be it's always tough to play at FM, so we'll see if FM can bounce back after a tough week. And that's probably the game of the night for Thursday.
Friday on the girls, Grimes at SAS should be a battle. SAS, their gym is always packed. West Hill at Skinny Atlas should be a good one. Bishop Ludden at CBA for the girls, Friday. Auburn at Oswego, Central Square, Cortland, Henniger, West Genesee. Herkimer at West Canada Valley Friday. Thousand Islands at Sandy Creek. Friday is packed schedule too for girls.
Yeah, on the boys' side, West Genesee has to go to Henniger. That's a tough matchup for West Genesee, even though the records wouldn't say so. West Genesee plays or Henniger plays them tough, so that'll be a good game. ESM plays at JD. That should be a good game. Fulton has been playing well on the boys' side of things. They're making a run
for the first time in some years.
Yeah. Skinny Atlas has got to go to Casanova. Let's see what else here. Lowville goes to Watertown. Bishop Grimes has SAS coming to their place on Friday. That'll be a good game. SAS has been playing well the second half of the season. So has Bishop Grimes. So that'll be a good game on Friday night. And like I said, Bishop Ludden will be going to CBA Friday night, which again, CBA beat them pretty good the first time, but this time they won't have Dan Anderson. And anytime those two teams get together, you can throw the records out the window. So
it's always a battle.
It's always usually a pretty good game. But I think we got Luke Paragon from CNS getting ready to join us. Luke, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yep, we got you. Hey, Luke,
Okay,
first of
sounds
all,
great.
I want to say thank you so much for joining us on short notice today. I know I just got in touch with you today, but we wanted to bring you on. You've been playing great ball. You had 2 big wins this past week. You had what was it, 26 against Fayetteville Manlius the other night?
Yeah, I had 26 points against FM the other night. I think our team's been playing great the last couple of weeks, and I'm looking forward to the future too as sectionals coming up. I think we've all been performing really well, and I'm happy with how we're all playing.
Yeah, so Luke, take us through the season. You guys got off to a slow start. I know you battled some COVID issues and things of that nature, but lately you guys are red hot, getting hot at the right time, getting ready to go into sectionals. Give us some information about the season that you guys have had so far.
Yeah, so right off the rip, we started with a lot of non-league games, and we started off really strong. We were 5-0, so that was a huge confident booster for all of us, especially the young guys on our team. We were all really hyped going into the season, so we started off great, 5-0. And then our first league game, we took a tough loss to West Genesee, which I think humbled us a little bit, so it kind of helped us. We got on a rocky road from there, and we seemed to pick it back up in the middle. Over the Christmas break, we had an ESM tournament, and I was obviously out for those 2 games. I had COVID, so I had to sit out, but we managed to get both of those wins, which was really great. I was happy our team got those without me. I was super excited for the guys that were playing. And after that, we took another loss to Liverpool, so that was tough for us. I think mentally we persevered though, and we fought through. And these last couple of weeks have been super good for us. So I think we're on the right track, and I think we're strong going into upcoming sectionals.
Yeah. Now, did you have any symptoms? I know when you tested positive for COVID, did you have the symptoms to go along with it, or not so much?
No, not really. I just wanted to take the safe protocols, just make sure that I could get healthy as quick as possible and make sure that I kept my guys safe on our team too.
Okay, good. So, again, 2 big wins. You had what, 30? I think Jeff said you had 31 against Nottingham Friday night. Is that right?
I think that was the number, yeah. So that was a really big win for us too. We needed that one a lot. And then obviously FM this past Friday was huge for us. The atmosphere was crazy in there, and we just had a great time. It was a great game, and it was a super big win for us.
Yeah. So talk to us about what your coach wants out of you, game in and game out, for CNS this year.
So out of me personally, I think what he looks for most is just leadership, because we have a primarily younger team. I mean, we have a freshman who starts, and we have a lot of juniors and a lot of sophomores that play for us. We have 6 seniors on the team, and out of me, he looks for me to play hard every game and for me to bring a lot of leadership to our squad and to make sure that we all stay connected and that we all play together each and every game.
Coach Kyle is the man. Just knowing him the last couple
Yeah.
years. When he first came in, what was the one thing that you saw that he was so passionate about?
So one thing that I noticed about him right when I met him is that he had so much faith in us that we could be such a great team that he kept that faith in us, and I think he's brought us to that spot. So I've loved him the past 2 years. Obviously, we only had 12 games last year, which was unfortunate, but I think we would have done well if the season went to 20 games and if we had sectionals last year. And I know he's super intense in practice all the time. He makes sure that we do the right things and that we do them efficiently and that we're just not going through the motions and just lacking around in practice, that we're actually going 110%. And
Yeah,
that's one thing that he makes sure we do.
he's not a quiet guy at all during games either.
No, but we love that. We love
Yeah, I
that
love
from
it
him.
too.
Yeah.
What so talk about the guys around you. You have a bunch of scorers with you, a bunch of 3-point shooters. Talk about the young guys and Mr. Congo, what he means to your team.
So the guys around me, I have another senior in the starting lineup. I have 2 seniors in the starting lineup besides myself. First being is our point guard, Robbie. I think he does a great job facilitating the offense and what he brings to the team. He also is a good leader and he looks out for the other guys on our team. So he does a great job leading the offense and getting our guys in the right spots where they need to be. And our other senior, Gerard, he plays that center position for us. He's a big guy. He's 6'6". He does a great job defensively for us. He holds in a lot of rebounds, which I
You
mean,
could tell he's a
we
football player.
needed those. Yeah, he's a good football player as well. So he brings toughness and intensity to the team. And then I got my other guy, Andrew. He's a freshman, so he's super young, but he's a knockdown shooter. So whenever can't leave him open, whenever we need a 3, we can get it to him. So I give a lot of credit to him. I know being a freshman on varsity, it's his first year. I mean, it can't be easy for him, but he makes it look pretty easy. So he does a great job with that.
So we had Tyler Green on earlier from Sackets Harbor, and I asked him the question about what it's like to play a big game in the town of Sackets Harbor on a Friday night. Explain to us, Luke, what it's like representing your school, representing the North Stars on a Friday night. You know, when you got a big game and the place is packed. Tell us what that's about for you.
So I'll bring up our last game that we actually played against Fayetteville Manlius. That was home for us, and it was on Friday. So the atmosphere in there was amazing. That's probably the best crowd that we've had all year. And it was a huge game for us. We really needed that win. It could help us secure the 4 seed, which is amazing for sectionals. I know, obviously, we wanted to be seeded higher than that. But if we keep winning out, we can get that 4 seed. So winning that game was amazing for us. And the atmosphere in there was awesome. I mean, all the fans that showed up, all the students made it crazy in there. They were super loud. The atmosphere was amazing. And I don't know, just a Friday night home game, that's all you can really ask for, just for all your student fans to be there.
Yeah, it's something you'll never forget. When you get older, you'll think back about those Friday night games when all your friends were cheering for you and you were competing with your friends. And that's, you know, because once you go to prep school and got on to college, it's a little different, but there's nothing like playing for the hometown school during high school. So you guys have sectionals coming up. You guys, like I said, you guys have been red hot. You've made a move. You know, West Genesee and Liverpool are at the top of the standings. They've split with each other. CBA will be a factor because they play AA in sectionals, but you and Fayetteville Manlius are right there as well. How do you see things? What do you guys have to do to get the results that you're looking for come sectional time?
So with this upcoming sectionals, I really think it can be anyone's game. I mean, no team should be taken for granted this year. This year's a little bit different with every team just being automatically put into sectionals. Usually it's the top 8 teams with a certain amount of league wins. So I think every team has their respect, and I think each team needs to be looked out for. So obviously, I think what we need to do to stay in our seating and to win in sectionals is we need to stick to our offense and stick to what we do best. I think we have a lot of smart guys on our team that make really good decisions when the clock gets down to the wire or when we need a shot, a good shot. So I think if we just stick to what we're doing and we have faith in ourselves and we trust each other, we'll have a really good shot at winning it.
Can't beat that.
Yeah.
Who would you say has been your toughest person to score on this year? Who would you say the best defender in Section 3 AA right now would be for you personally?
I'm not sure. You mean like player or team?
Player that's guarded you thus far this season. Who's been
Oh,
the tough?
okay, player. I'm not sure. I can shout out a couple other guys from a couple other schools. I know Christian Caney's pretty good defender from West Genesee. I give him a lot of respect. I played with him in AAU this past summer. Played in Springfield, and I give some credit to Christian and Mika too. They're very quick. So I say those two guys are probably very athletic, and they've improved a lot since last time I've played against them. So I'll give those guys the credit.
I like it. And
So
then
okay.
you're a Jayhawk guy, right?
Yeah, so I play on the Adidas 3SSB circuit for the New York Jayhawks out of New York City.
And then give us your decision as far as Blair Academy goes. What made you choose them?
So one of my teammates from the Jayhawks actually goes there right now, and he'll be in the same class as me. So we'll both be there together next year. And he actually told the coach about me, and that's how I initially got introduced to Blair. And so my ideal decision was to go prep, like anyways, regardless of where it was going to be. I wanted to go to prep school for that extra year, especially with the portal and the transfers out of the portal, all that stuff. It just makes a lot more sense. It'll probably make it easier for me. So that was how I got introduced to Blair. So we went and visited there this past September, and I really liked it there. I mean, the school was beautiful. It was amazing. Coach Mantegna, he's a great guy. I loved him. I love assistant coach DeJesus. He's a great guy. So I just love the atmosphere they bring and the way they play. I was fortunate enough to practice with them. I thought they had a great practice, and I just loved the team. I loved everything about the school. So I thought it was the right fit for me, and it felt right. And having a teammate that I play AAU with, I'll be connected with him all summer, and that'll probably translate into the prep season. So I think it'll be really great for me and great for us when we can get going there.
Who's that teammate?
Carnegie Johnson is his name. He plays there right now. He's their point guard.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a great prep school. They play a very competitive schedule. I know Jack Roush, who was from Bishop Ludden, went there when he graduated high school and did very well there, and went on to play for Florida Southern and is now playing pro ball overseas. So they do a great job at Blair Academy. You're already getting great coaching from Coach Kyle, but you're going to continue to get great coaching at prep school as well. So you're finishing out the season, your senior year. First of all, we want you to enjoy that and then, enjoy every second of that. But as you finish out your high school career and go into the AAU season and go into prep school, what are the things that you are working on in your game to get better and better as time goes on?
I don't think there's really another answer except for everything. I mean, everything can always get improved. I don't think there's ever a time where you should stop working on something. Right now during the season, I haven't been doing much outside of practices, but once the season stops and sectionals is over and all that, it's just back to the gym, and you just can't stop working on your whole entire game.
Okay. All right. So is there something you're going to work on this summer to add to your repertoire as far as your offensive game goes?
Probably the one thing that I would like to work on a little bit more and get more used to taking is probably just the dribble pull-up. I mean, I take a couple of those now here and there, but I need to be more efficient with them and learn to take them more often than just trying to get to the rim or shoot threes.
Yeah. Okay. So who do you guys got coming up this week?
So this week we have Liverpool Tuesday.
Oh,
so
that's right.
That should be a really good game. That's home for us. I mean, it's not on a Friday, but I bet we'll have a huge crowd there. So I'm super hyped for that. And I think we'll be able to split with them. I have full confidence in our team. I think we'll be able to get the win on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's always a big game. You guys are so close in proximity. It's always a big rivalry between you and Liverpool. So what makes Liverpool a tough team to compete against?
I think they're pretty good at getting out and running with the ball. I mean, they get a lot of transition points, so we need to dial down on that and try and stop that as best as we can. They've got a lot of talent over there, a lot of athletic guys. So I think the biggest thing for us is just being able to sit down and guard, and we actually have to be efficient with that. And I think we can beat them. I know we can beat them.
I was at the first game. You guys came out red hot against them. Everything you guys had the lead at halftime. What do you think caused you guys to take that loss? Was it mental errors, or they just went on a big run?
I'm not quite sure. Things started to fall off late in third or early in the fourth. I don't quite remember which one it was, but we were in there the whole game. I got hurt late in the fourth quarter, and then I missed 2 weeks after that because of my calf. But I mean,
was that after that two-handed dunk?
Excuse for why we lost. That was after. Yeah, no, it wasn't on it. It was a little bit after, but
literally turned my camera 0.2 seconds after you did that.
Oh,
I thought you hit at the end of it.
Yeah, but no, I think if we just stick to what we're doing for the full 32 minutes, I think we're going to be all right.
Who would you say is a player that is a surprise the CNS program this year that didn't really have a lot to look forward coming through into the season, but definitely outplaying what people thought they would do?
I'll give that credit to my boy Gerard, to be honest. He came into the season a little bit late for us. I think he came in after like 8 games. We thought he was leaving mid-January for football. We thought he was going to be gone. That's why he wasn't originally on the team. And then he came on. We weren't expecting a lot out of him because, I mean, he hasn't picked up a basketball since last April. So we didn't know what we were going to get. We just loved the intensity that he brought. We loved everything about him. And obviously, he's been on the varsity team past 2 years, so he's an experienced guy. So we love having him on the team, and he's been playing super good for us, like every game that he's been at. So we just love what he's doing so far for us.
Yeah, Luke, I think, the way I see it, when you look at West Genesee, Liverpool, CBA, CNS, FM, I mean, you guys are all, bunched together there. Any one of you guys can beat each other on a given night. I think what it's going to come down to sectional time is who's willing to defend and who's knocking down shots. So we're really looking forward to it. I hope you are too. Enjoy what's left of your high school career. Enjoy it. Have fun. Say hello to Coach Kyle for us. And we're going to be watching you. We really appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to talk with us tonight.
Yes, sir, Nick. Thank you very much for having me. It was a pleasure to talk to you guys. Like you said, I'm super excited for sectionals as well. So I'm excited for what it brings. And I had a lot of fun tonight talking to you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You've had a great career, and we look forward to paying attention to the ending.
Sounds great. Thank you, guys.
Stay safe too, kid.
All right. Thanks, Luke.
Stay safe.
Later.
Safe.
CNS and Sackett Harvard must be giving out
another
public communication classes.
Yeah, another great kid. He's a great player too. I mean, he's gotten better and better every year.
He took off last year, I believe, for sure.
Yeah, I love seeing kids that are progressing. I would think as a coach, that's what you want out of your players, right? You just want to continue to get better. I mean, that's what you hear coaches say all the time. We just want to get better. Every day we want to get a little better. And, these guys, guys like Tyler and Luke that we talked to tonight, they had great starts to their high school career, but they didn't settle and didn't, get complacent. They've worked hard. They've gotten better every year. And, they're 2 of the best players in the section. And I look forward to the games coming down the stretch. They got a big one on Tuesday at Liverpool.
What do you got going on this week?
I I have actually Lemoyne Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. They've got a couple
3 days homes.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
only single games because there's the makeups
Yeah,
games that
recovered.
got rescheduled. And then
I was gonna say meet me at Cicero, but you'll be at
yeah, you're gonna
Liverpool.
have to give me updates from Cicero on because I really want to find out what's going on with that game while it's going on. I think I'll be at CBA on Friday for the CBA Ludden game. And then I have OCC on Saturday. It's going to be their not their senior night because it's 2-year school, but it's sophomore night.
Right.
But their 2 sophomores, Latisse Faison and Jakai Lucas, will be celebrating them on Saturday.
And you just left there too, right? Did they
Yeah,
2 wins?
yeah.
Today?
Both the women and the men won today for OCC. The men took a tough loss earlier in the week to Genesee Community College.
Mhm.
So that's their second loss of the year. They're now 17-2, but they'll probably fall out of the number 1 ranking, but that's okay. It's a matter of what happens down the stretch, but they won again today. So they're 17-2. They won yesterday at Corning, as did the women. The women are now, I want to say 13-2. So both OCC men and women are doing well. I did Lemoyne yesterday. Both the men and the women won yesterday over Assumption University. So they had a good weekend as well. And like I said, I got to do 3 games in a row, men and women, Monday through Wednesday at Lemoyne. But
and then Latisse kid, did he just surpass 1,000 points too?
Yes. Latisse Faison just went over 1,000 points for his career at OCC. And I think we wanted to shout out, was it Riley?
Yeah, Riley Cox from Onondaga. We believe that we missed your 1,000-point mark last Tuesday. It was, so congratulations to Onondaga's Riley Cox.
Yeah, she's having a really good season, huh?
Yeah, she's been rolling. I think she was last year too.
Congratulations, Riley.
And then I don't know what else we got. Do you want to go over the standings just for the double A's?
Well, I thought
I don't think nothing's really changed though.
Yeah, I mean, I thought what we do is kind of, highlight the top of the standings in each.
We'll do top 5.
Yeah.
2, 5, 5 model.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
I'll do the girls.
You're doing the girls. I'll do the boys. Okay. Ladies first.
Yeah, I don't think there's really been no change. CNS for the girls, 9-2. Baldwinsville 10-3. Liverpool is 7-4. Rome Free Academy 8-5. Utica Proctor girls are 6-7, which they just upset Rome Free by 1 the other day.
Yeah, and I think what was it? Liverpool, they lost earlier in the week to Bishop Ludden, but then they got a big win yesterday. I want to say,
Was it Henniger?
Was it Henniger? They beat Henniger. Yeah.
In the
So
week.
yeah. On the boys side for the AA, West Genesee stands at the top at 15-1. Liverpool's 12-1. CBA is 11-2, and CNS is 11-5, and Fayetteville Manly is 10-5. So those are the 5 teams at the top of the AA's. But like we said, being that sectionals are open to everyone, there's going to be a lot of tough games down the stretch.
Okay.
What do you got in Class A?
Class A for the girls, Indian River's been at the top, 15-2. Right after them is Auburn girls at 10-2. Right after them is the Cortland girls at 11-3. Right after them is coming in at number 4 is Bishop Ludden, 9-3. Number 5 for the girls in Class A, Jamesville DeWitt at 8-3.
Okay. On the boys' side of things, you got New Hartford at 14-1. Philip Koski continues to put up huge numbers for them. Can't wait to see him come sectional time. Like I said earlier, Jamesville DeWitt boys has made such a big move. Like I said, they played tough teams at the beginning of the year, got off to a slow start, but they're 10-5 now. They're
I was looking at that. Were they 0-4, 0-5 to start the year? Might have been 1-4.
Yeah, they had a tough start, but they played tough teams, and they got off to a slow start, but they're red hot. Fulton, like I said earlier as well, they're 9-4 now in the Class A division. Bishop Grimes is another school that played a lot of tough teams earlier in the year, had some COVID issues, and they've been hot lately. They're 8-6 now. And Camden's 10-5, and SAS is 8-5. So, again, there's 5 or 6 teams in the A division that has a shot down the stretch as well.
And then New Hartford's only loss came to, I think, was it It was a Section 5 team too over Christmas break.
Yeah.
Class B girls coming in undefeated. Little Falls #1. They're 14-0. General Brown at #2 is 16-1. #3, shout out to Coach Kudla and Homer girls. They're 11-2.
Yeah.
His dad was my football coach in high school. He's an Auburn guy too. Actually, Port Byron. #4 is West Hill at 9-2. Oneida coming in #5 at 12-4, and then Marcellus is also tied for #5 at 9-3 for Class B girls.
Yeah, West Hill's 9-2. They've been hot too. Catherine Dady getting it done for the Warriors. On the boys side of things in Class B, Lowville continues to be undefeated at 15-0. Chittenango is 14-1. Those are two really good teams. Utica Academy of Science is 14-2. Central Valley Academy 13-2. Skinny Atlas 13-2. West Hill 12-3. Phoenix 12-3. General Brown 12-3. Little Falls 12-3. I'm going to go a little farther with these because there's so many big. Yeah, Marcellus is 10-4. VVS 10-5. South Jeff 10-6. So there's 12 teams in Class B on the boys' side that have really good records. So that's going to be very interesting to see how sectionals play out.
I think the bad part about so many of those teams is that a bunch will probably drop out for the not wanting to go to sectionals. So one of those teams are going to get knocked off early on. I think early on in sectionals.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
And then I think Central Valley just clinched their division that they're in too. I seen them cutting down the nets on some posts on Facebook. I just imagine Class B is going to be fun when sectionals come around.
Yeah. What do you got in Class C?
Class C girls coming in #1. Actually, it's a tie for #1. They're both 15-2. 14-2. Sorry, Waterville and Weedsport are tied for #1. 14-2. #2. Actually, it says #3, but really #2. Lafayette girls are 14-3. Mount Markham 12-3. #5, Thousand Islands 11-3. #6, West Canada Valley at 10-3. #7, Cooperstown 9-6. Frankfurt Schuyler at 10-7 at #8. Sandy Creek 9, 8-6. Westmoreland 8-8 at #10 for Class C girls.
Yeah. On the boys' side of things, West Canada Valley, that's Will Smith, right?
Yes, sir.
And you're going to go see them this week?
Yes, I'll be out there tomorrow night.
Yeah, so they're 15-1. Tully is 13-1. Waterville 13-3. Weedsport 13-3. Dolgeville 13-3. And South Louis 10-5. So Class C is going to be pretty competitive down the stretch as well.
Same thing with them.
Yeah.
Going to Class D girls, coming in #1, Copenhagen 13-2. Poland coming in #2, they're 11-2. Hamilton girls, they're up there with the boys, they're 12-4. #4, Brookfield girls, they're 11-4. And then Watertown IHC are 10-5 at #5 in Class D.
Nice. On the boys' side of things, our friend Tom Blackford in Hamilton is 15-0, haven't lost yet. Sackets Harbor, we had Tyler Green on tonight. They're 15-1. DeRider with Gavin Richardson is 11-1. Cincinnatus is 10-1. Belleville Henderson 13-2. Madison 13-3. Copenhagen 11-5, and Oriskany is 9-7. So Class D has
Class B and D is going to be fun for sectionals.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of driving because I'm going to try to get to a bunch of those games. Hopefully no winter storms.
I'm going to wait till they get to SRC Arena.
Yeah, you don't got to go nowhere.
Yeah, but we have all the semifinals at the SRC Arena, and the sectional finals will be there as well. So I can't wait to see some of these players, some of these teams on both the boys and the girls side. That was a jam-packed show we had tonight, Jeff.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
And we'll have, like I said, Leah Middleton, and we'll find another girl for next week.
Yeah.
We'll see what's up with Dady, actually, at West Hill.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a pack schedule coming up this week, too.
Yeah, we're going to get out to see as many games as we can. We want to highlight as many teams as we can, both on the girls and the boys side. Hey, it's CNY Hoop Talk in the 315. That's just what we do.
We will catch you guys Thursday. Free Thursday?
Yeah, we'll see if we can go Thursday and Sunday, or if we just do Sunday, we'll see.
Unpack it again if we do.
Yeah.
That's it for us. We'll see you guys soon. Stay safe and stay cold. Stay warm in this cold weather because it's not getting warm anytime soon.
Until next time, we'll see you.